Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to Underground, my single player Let's Play series. We are back at the zombie place. It's very loud here. But we're back here because I fixed it. The whole villager transportation system, we had trouble in the last episode. I got it all working now, so that's going good. We also got a new snapshot, and villagers, zombie villagers now have new skins, which is kind of cool. They actually look like zombie villagers instead of wearing the normal zombie clothes. It's really nice for this thing because I can see them a lot easier. Before I had to wait for them to turn their head, and I put in this viewing window too so that I could see them, so that if they turn their head I could be like, ah, there's the big nose, and then I can step on the pressure plate and send them down. But now we got these robes, which makes it a lot easier. I can spot them from a mile away. So that works out pretty nicely. So let's send these guys, or I guess not send these guys in. First we need to cure them. Now, these guys have robes, corresponding to certain villagers. Like we got brown coats. It looks like we just have, oh yeah, there's a blacksmith. Or like a brown coat with the black apron. Not sure what this guy is. I just see a brown coat. And we got a couple of clerics. But I don't know if that's actually what they're going to be when we transform them. So we got to remember, we got a cleric, blacksmith. Do we got two blacksmiths? Yeah, so it's like cleric, blacksmith, brown coat, cleric, blacksmith, cleric. So we got to remember that. And let's get these guys cured. All right. And boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you got it. I didn't see the particles at first. Alright, so now we just gotta wait for these guys. And then we'll test out I've already tested it out, but I'll show off what I did for the villager transportation system. Oh, one of them transformed. He is a cleric, and that's what he was. You are a blacksmith. Oh, maybe they are. So far. While we wait for these other ones, we can talk about some other changes that they did. I can't quite see what you are. You were a brown coat, but they last episode we talked about the changes where they added the attack speed, where you can't swing things super quickly, and now they've actually made the attributes different for each weapon. So the sword has 1.45 attack speed, and then I think it's 10 attack damage, but I have sharpness 5 on it, and then the pickaxe is faster. Yeah, with 1.2, or is that slower? No, I think it's faster. No, it must be slower. I can't remember. I thought the sword was right in the middle. They might have actually adjusted stuff too. I'm not entirely sure. But I know the axe is the slowest one. So yeah, this is slower than the sword. And then the shovel is slower than the pickaxe. And the axe is slower than the shovel. And the fastest one is the hoe. And the hoe does the least amount of damage. So the hoe, you can spam click it and do some damage, but it's still not a very good DPS. I believe the sword still has the best DPS, which is the way it should be. But the axe is second. Also, the axe has the power to actually stun shields. So if you're fighting with someone with a shield, you can hit him with the axe. Look how I didn't even see the pickaxe, or I didn't even see the axe come up. It's so slow. But you can hit their shield with the axe and stun them with it, which is kind of cool. Although I've got to say, the more I played around with this snapshot stuff, they did. Look, cleric, blacksmith. This guy's probably a brown coat. I can't really see. Oh, no, how did you get back in there? Oh, I must have pushed him. Okay. I thought he was running around, but I think he was in the minecart. He just got pushed. They shouldn't be able to escape through here. That's what that glass is for. Although I don't know how well it works with the fact they fall out of their minecarts. But anyways, I've been playing around with this combat stuff, and I'm usually not opposed to change. And I don't know if I'm fully opposed to this change, but let's get away from the zombies a bit. I don't know if I really like it. I feel like it needs a lot more balancing, but I don't know. part of Minecraft has always been spam clicking mobs and being able to just rush into a big group of mobs and just and getting all of them. You can't do that anymore. I actually got mobbed by zombie pigmen earlier. I killed some that were in my house, in my base, and some of them must have ran through the portal. And so when I went through the portal, there was just tons of zombie pigmen that mobbed me, and they killed me twice. The first time I had a chance, I was killing quite a few of them, but there was just too many, and you can't swing your sword fast enough to kill them when you're cornered. And then the second time I went into the nether and I didn't even have a chance. I literally died right once I spawned in. So it's not that it's a bad change. It's just that it's so much different than what we've been used to. And I mean, that's kind of the point of it. The whole point. Everyone complains about Minecraft combat. I've never really had a problem with it. It's not. I mean, it's not the most complex system. It is just spam clicking, but that's kind of it. It's allowed you to do. It's allowed you to just run into areas and run into a huge mob of people and be able to take them out, as long as you can not get yourself into too big of a situation. Anyways, that's enough about the combat stuff. We'll see how it goes as we play through. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously not done. They're going to be adjusting it around. And I think it's just something that you really have to get used to. But anyways, villager transportation system. First of all, I've moved everything over here because it worked out better that way. So what did I do? Well, first off, that ladder was causing problems before, so I just instead of this being 2 blocks wide, made it 3 blocks wide, put the ladder there, so that when I pull the lever and push them out of the portal, they don't get pushed into the ladder. Second off, it's really hard to get them into the corner, to pick them up through the corner with the minecart without water streams, and so instead I just have a cart going right into there, and this actually works really well. So I got 6 minecarts in here. And all I have to do is push the button, it picks them up, and it sends them on their way. Fantastic. And then we have the tripwire here that switches this track, so it just sends them right down. Fantastic. So let's grab all of these guys. I'm pretty sure I turned on the villager portal, or the village portal this time, so we shouldn't have them running around our base. There is a bug right now where sometimes when you go through a portal, entities don't show up. So last time when we sent them into the wrong portal, or through the wrong portal, so they actually were running around my base. But we couldn't see them. But I found them later and was able to corral them up. It's kind of annoying, but I was able to get that figured out. So I think this is all the same. The carts go up and get stopped here, and the villagers get put through the portal, and they should be in the village now. But now we have the cart return as well. I was having a few problems with that. So let's pull the levers and send these off. I do have this problem. The last cart always gets stuck on that corner. And I'm hoping, this isn't the final bridge. It's going to be more straight. It's not going to have these little jogs in it. And I'm hoping that with a new bridge, it will work a little bit better. But I'm not entirely sure. So where did the carts go? We got an automatic collection system now. They're all back in here. Fantastic. Let's stick these away. So last time I tried putting the dispenser right up against the cart, and that doesn't work. If I put the cart right there, the dispenser can't shoot it. And so instead I put it back 1 block. So now when the carts go through, we'll send one in there. They sit on a detector rail, and it activates a little comparator clock. There's a piston back here that puts the redstone block here, powers this. Comparator clock shoots the arrows out, destroys it, and they go into there. Fantastic. It does shoot more arrows than it needs to. I might change that. I'd need to, when they're falling down, this is basically a continuous circuit. I tried making it so that it only fired twice every time that this fired, because I figured the cart would fall down, activate it, and then the next cart would fall down and activate it. But instead, it just stays activating. So having it fire twice doesn't work. It only destroys the first minecart, because it takes 2 arrows to break a minecart in rapid succession. So I either have to do this and have a bunch of arrows. Another thing I could do is have it fire 12 times. Since I usually have, has it already been 3 minutes? That seemed really fast. But yeah, since I usually have 6 minecarts in here, that's kind of what I use. And I can kind of rely on always using 6 minecarts. That's how all these hoppers are set up anyways, to hold 6. I could just have it fire twice, and that would probably be enough, unless one of the arrows missed. But I could have it like fire 12 or 14 times or something like that, and hopefully not waste too many arrows. Honestly, it's not a big deal. I have tons of arrows, and I can put a hopper above this with like more arrows, so I don't have to fill it very often. But yeah, one other problem I was having last time was the minecarts would come up here. They'd be so close together that they would get to here and like hit this block, and some of them would get bounced back. And to help fix that, I have a slope going downwards before it gets to the little hopper, the chute, and that fixes that. So everything should be working now. I'm very excited, very happy, God, stupid pigmen. These guys are going to cause problems though one of these days. Because they are going to spawn on the track. The minecart's going to come back and like pick them up, and then it's going to send them in there. And that's going to be a bit of a problem. But yeah, we can go check the village quick. Make sure that they got to their destination. Hi, pigmen. There's always so many pigmen here. You know, this guy, we found this guy a while ago. I don't even remember where he was exactly, but he was just hanging around with a pumpkin on his head. He doesn't have his pumpkin on his head anymore, so I should probably just get rid of him. I was eventually going to do something with him just because he was just a random guy hanging around with a pumpkin. So yeah, these guys are back, and we got 2 blacksmiths, 3 clerics, and the leather workers. So apparently the skins do, or at least it seems to be, the skins actually correspond to what they're going to be, which is really cool, because that means if I'm looking for a librarian, I mean, it already takes so long just to like getting the zombie villagers that like trying to get specific ones would take even longer, probably more time than I'd want to wait. But if I was looking for a librarian, or I wanted just a bunch of librarians, I could sit there and wait for the white coat zombie villagers and be able to get those specifically. But anyways, we're going to head back into the nether, and I'm gonna work on our gateway. Have I said that? I wanted to call this the gateway. I think I said that. And I think I've shown this before. I think I had that done last time. I'm gonna copy this around, and then I want to do the floor. We need to make sure that I'm sick of things spawning here, because I'm getting like nether spawns. And the pigmen aren't so bad, but the nether spawns are annoying, and one of these days we're going to get a gas spawning here, which is going to cause a lot of trouble. So I want to make sure that we don't have any spawning spaces here. And then we can get the wall going as well. So yeah, I'm going to get organized and take care of some of that, start working on some of that. Well, it's been about a week since the last episode. I've been having some builder's block, some writer's block on this thing. It's been having some trouble just trying to figure out what I actually want to do here. It's more of a decorative build, kind of an abstract thing, and I'm not super good at that sort of thing. You gonna hit? Nope, you're gonna disappear. So I've been having some issues. I have ideas, but I don't know how to implement them or how to really make them work. So I've been working on the door frame here. To our gateway a little bit. I got the pattern that I made up copied to all 4 sides. I've been working on the top there. I don't particularly like it. I have some other ideas, but that's kind of what I have now. And it's not terrible, but I don't know if I really like it like that. I kind of wish we had more space above there, which I do have some ideas for that maybe we'll do, but I'll talk about those in a second. But yeah, so I tried working on this. I couldn't really figure it out. I wanted to get the floor in, which is why I dug all this up. But again, I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do, where I wanted to have like elevation changes. Couldn't figure out how I want to like, you know, we can't have any full blocks in here. I don't want any full blocks. The pigmen are fine for spawning, but we definitely can't have gas spawning in here, so we want to make sure there's no 5x5 spaces where they could spawn. We're getting like nether spawns, and I'd rather not have blazes and wither skeletons spawn in here. So I'd really would like to either have slabs, stairs, or glass here. And I haven't really decided like how I want to do that, because I'd like to have blocks at this level. But to do that, I'd have to have like floors completely out of stairs, or I'd have to have glass with a block underneath. Also, we have like these corners that are very empty. You know, there'll be a pathway going like each way to the doorway, to the nether portal. But in the corners here, I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, we're having stuff spawn up there too, which is not good. How did that not kill you? I don't understand. This bow kills gas. Where? It's very, very seldom that my bow does not kill him in one shot. But yeah, we're having gas spawn up there, so I'd like to make sure that we don't have any solid blocks or flat surfaces up there for them to spawn on. But yeah, we have these corners that I'd like to do something like decorative in, but I don't really know. So anyways, I moved on from that. I moved on from this, and I started working on the walls. Because one of the big things is, like, it's really hard to figure out what I want for this whole area and how I want it to look when we just have it open. And so I decided to work on the walls. This is kind of what I came up with. I think I'm happy with it. You know, we got kind of a starburst type pattern there. It's sort of similar like here. Like, we got, like, the rays kind of coming off almost. And here we have kind of the rays coming off. A little bit like that. This sort of started out like that, and then it just kind of got crazy. It's a little harder to do on here. So this isn't quite a starburst type pattern, but it's not bad. And then I started working on these towers where the chains are going to be connected to. And actually, I kind of like how that turned out. I might put a slab up there or something. Or maybe, no, not a stair. It'd have to be a slab or nothing. But yeah, I like how that turns out, and I really like the purple block chain there. So we're definitely going to go with that, because it really contrasts with the wall there. But yeah, that looks good. So I think I'm going to copy that around. We'll get the wall up, and then we can kind of move on to some of these other design choices. I also need to cover up this. I did reduce some of the redstone. Like, I got this piston hidden back here. And I just have a lever which activates the rail and the block. That was pretty simple to do. Worked out really nicely. And I've been trying to decide if I want to change this rail up. Like this one, I'd kind of like it to be right up against the portal here, so it's not taking up too much space with this staircase. But if we do the same thing here, then it's like we have this rail going right through here. And it kind of limits the ability to cover up some of this stuff up. And we also have like that kind of in the way. I don't know. It just, my biggest problem is that we have like 3 open blocks here. But then on this side, it's like we only have 2 open blocks, which is kind of weird. But it's not terrible. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. We can kind of work around with that. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to continue building this wall, get that up, and then we can, maybe some ideas will start flowing. Hey there, Ghast. That probably missed. That one probably also missed. Where are you, Ghast? Get you out of here. Yeah, that's right. I heard a blaze somewhere. Where are you? Did you, like, fall down inside? I hear him up there. Or maybe he's down below me? I don't know where he is. Oh, I wonder if he's in between. I know there might be some holes in this thing. Anyways, let's forget about him. I got 2 of these chains up, and these things are really annoying, but I love the way they look. Look at that. I love the purple pillars. The purple pillars blocks. Although the purple pillars in particular are really annoying because I have to have blocks to like place them against so that I get them facing the right way. But yeah, I got those 2 chains done. I have the whole wall on the inside done. The outside is not done because most of the outside is like over lava. And so I haven't really done anything with there. Looks like a weird sand castle or something. Just like a tiny castle. But those chains are going to be really cool. And then I started covering up this thing. I got the redstone reworked. I mean, that was pretty simple. I said that was pretty simple. What's going on? Why isn't that activating? Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. I was very confused. It seemed like nothing was happening, but there is stuff happening. So that lever that way, that's to send the carts that way. And then like that, and then it stops the carts, and the carts go along that way. Okay. I was very confused for a second. Get out of my way, sir. I was very confused for a second. But yeah, I was talking about how like I had the stairway, and so I only had like 2 blocks free over here, but I had 3 blocks over here. And so I put some stairs upside down right above the rail line, so that's still only like 2 blocks, kind of like the other side. Also this way the glass doesn't just stick out awkwardly. It's very box shaped. I'll have to fix that. But I got like the walls sort of figured out, or I got that wall kind of figured out. And this is kind of cool. Just how the minecart goes up, and I got these upside down stairs. The minecarts can still go through there, which is really nice. But yeah, it really hides the minecart, kind of minimalizes the track. But yeah, it's still very boxy. But I'm going to keep working. I want to at least get these chains up. Although it does take a lot of purple blocks. Like I made a bunch of these pillars, and I only got through, well, 1.5 of them, because that one I still had, or I had like half of that chain done. But oh man, I love the way that they just go into the ceiling. Although I might change that. I have some ideas. Maybe I'll talk about that. So, I was saying earlier how I had some ideas for like putting something above this doorway, this gateway, and there's not enough space before the ceiling. One of the ideas I had, like one of the first ideas I had for this thing, was having like some cool floating crystal or something, and having like this power gem almost powering the portal. We could have the beacon going through it, and obviously make it out of the glass. But we don't have a lot of space up there. But what I was kind of thinking is we have this thing. I want to take out all the ground underneath it so that this is just like a floating platform out here. And we have these chains going up to the ceiling. And I was kind of thinking, you know, what if like this platform actually descended from the ceiling or something? And so instead of these just running into the ceiling there, what if we actually dug out like a circle in the ceiling, like all the way up to bedrock, and just have a huge space? I think that would look pretty epic, and I like having epic looking builds, especially in the single player series. I have the time, and this is a nice slow and steady series that I have the ability to kind of just do big things like that, dig out big areas, and it's definitely going to be a lot easier to dig that out than it was my tree farm. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think. Just having a giant circle. It'd be like basically the size of this. But then have like the chains kind of going up the side of the circle or something. Have like little, I don't even know. Have some sort of like sockets or something. Little tubes that the chains would go into, and those tubes would kind of run up the sides of the circle. I think that would look pretty sweet. Hey, Gast. I don't like you here. But yeah, I'm going to keep working, try and get some more of this done to show you guys. I've been trying to keep up on my chorus fruit farming, but I've also been going through these like crazy. And I gotta say, like, I don't know what the drop rate is. It seems like every stem of these should drop a fruit, but that's how I would design it. But it kind of seems like they're not. Like, I break one of these big ones and I get like 10 fruit or something like that. And it seems like there should be more. But yeah, I've been harvesting those, trying to get more. We're starting to run out. Got 11 more in here. One thing nice though is that 4 of these makes 4 blocks, so it's just one of the popped purple fruit or whatever it is for 1 block, which is really nice. But yeah, I don't know if we have enough to do any more chains at the moment. And honestly, I'm getting kind of tired of these chains. There, oh, there's a zombie. Let's stay away from there. So many pig zombies. There's, like, I'm in here, a bunch spawn and walk into the portal, and then I go into my base, and there's a bunch in there, and they just kind of walk back, and so I just get a huge buildup of the zombie pigmen. But yeah, I've gotten them all built except for 2 chains. We're missing 2 chains. We had 2 last time, and now we have all of them except for 2. But they're definitely a pain to build. Especially, I built this one and screwed it up. The links were like messed up. Like I started it like this, but then after like one link, I accidentally had them going the other way. So they were like, it was a jumbled mess. So I had to just like take it down and redo it. Ooh, gas tier. So many gas. So many gas. I now know why people don't build in the nether as much. It wouldn't be such a bad place without those guys just appearing every couple of minutes. But yeah, look at that chain. Goes all the way to the top there. Very fantastic. And I do have like 2, almost 3 stacks. I could probably do 1 more, but like I said, it's just, did that guy just despawn? I don't really. I'm done. I'm done. I got the walls up today. We got the middle part. Got the decoration around the frame. Started getting this thing figured out. I'll have to play around with that some more. But I think that is going to be it for today. I hope you have enjoyed. Let's just kind of step back and get a nice view of here. This is my viewing platform. Yeah. It'd probably be better to view it from the other side, but I don't have a nice walkway. It kind of just dips down really far. But yeah, and I'll have to do the outside of these. That still looks kind of strange, but I really like these towers. I like that top decoration that's going on there. Pretty cool with the chains coming out. It's gonna look pretty sweet, I think. I like it. So I hope you have enjoyed another episode of Underground, and I'll see you next time. Make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Goodbye, peoples.